We begin with our focus on the bail for Sengar. The Supreme Court has stayed the Delhi High Court's order that granted bail to the prime accused in the Unnao rape case. Now, the former Uttar Pradesh MLA, Kuldeep Singh Sengar, was granted bail by the Delhi High Court. Now, a bench led by the Chief Justice of India, along with Justices J.K. Maheshwari and A.G. Masih, passed the interim order while issuing a notice on petitions challenging the High Court's decision to suspend Sengar's sentence during the pendency of his appeal against conviction. The top court today heard two pleas, one filed by the Central Bureau of Investigation and another by advocates Anjali, Patel and Pooja Shilpkar, questioning the Delhi High Court's order. While staying the impugned verdict, the Supreme Court has sought a response from Kuldeep Singh Sengar, effectively putting his bail on hold until further orders.
तो आज ये जो स्टे लगाया गया है उसका मैं पूरी तरीके से स्वागत करती हूँ। वैसे ही जैसे बिल्किस बानो के केस में भी हमने देखा था सुप्रीम कोर्ट को इंटरवीन कर उन आरोपियों को जो बेल मिल गई थी, उनको रिहाई मिल गई थी, उसको उनको स्टे किया था। इन दिस केस हाँ, मैं जानती हूँ भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पूर्व विधायक कुलदीप सेंगर जो अभी जेल में सजा काट रहे हैं, वो जेल के बाहर नहीं आए थे। वो दूसरे आरोप में भी उसी पीड़िता के परिवार के जो उनके पिता हैं, उनके कस्टोडियल डेथ में वो अपनी सजा भुगत रहे हैं। इस वजह से उनको बेल जो मिली थी, बेल भले ही मिली थी, वो जेल के बाहर नहीं आ पाए थे और उस पर भी स्टे लगाना महत्वपूर्ण था और वो स्टे लगा है, उसका मैं स्वागत करती हूँ।
मैं खुश हूँ, मुझे सुप्रीम कोर्ट पे भरोसा है, रहेगा। अभी मेरी लड़ाई तो बाकी है, अभी तो उसको फांसी तक लेके जाना है, तभी तो मेरे पिताजी को और हमें इंसाफ मिलेगा। एक इज्जत, उन्होंने इज्जत में एक लड़की के साथ रेप किया, हमारे साथ रेप किया, तभी तो हमें इंसाफ है जब उसको फांसी होगी। जैसे मेरी निर्भया बहन को फांसी दी गई, उनके दोषियों को, वैसे हमारे भी दोषियों को फांसी दी जाए। मेरी आगे की यही तैयारी, मेरी आगे की लड़ाई भी बाकी, मैं लड़ाई संघर्ष कर रही हूँ, भी संघर्ष मेरा जारी रहेगा। न्याय है, न्याय पर भरोसा है, न्याय हमको देगा।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो स्टे लगाया हाई कोर्ट पे, आप खुश हैं?
हम खुश हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट पर धन्यवाद। से खुश हैं। केवल 2 जजों ने मेरे साथ गलत किया था, आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मेरे साथ बहुत अच्छा किया। एक अपना पति खोए बैठी है वो इंसान, उसके बच्चों को हिसाब मिलना चाहिए। बस नहीं, सीधा फांसी होना चाहिए। मेरे जितने पति हत्यारे हैं सबको फांसी होना चाहिए। सारे बाहर घूम रहे हैं, बच्चे के लिए यह मांग कर रहे हैं, उनको फांसी, उनको सीधा फांसी होए। मेरे बच्चे भटक रहे, इनको सरकार देखे। सरकार
क्या आप लोगों को प्रताड़ना की जा रही है? क्या आप लोगों को
बहुत परेशान किया जाता है?
सुरक्षा भी छीन ली गई है।
कल
हमारी बहन के पास सुरक्षा है, हमारी सुरक्षा भी छीन ली गई। हमारा 10 साल का भाई हो, अकेले स्कूल जाता है, रास्ते में ये कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। जब ये 15 लाख रुपए कोर्ट को दे सकते हैं, तो ये 5 लाख रुपए देके मेरे भाई को मरवा नहीं सकते हैं।
It is a positive sign that they are saying verbally, at least in verbal discussion it has come out that Supreme Court said they are inclined to give justice, inclined to stay the order, bail order. I think that's the biggest news as of now, and I think we are seeking it now legally there, on papers. Let's see what it comes out to be.
Well, I think we are hopeful now that things will move, and we're very hopeful that justice will be given to the Unnao victim. फांसी की सज़ा मिलनी चाहिए एक बलात्कारी को, ना ही कुलदीप सेंगर बट आगे भी पिछले केसेस में भी जो भी एक नया लॉ आना चाहिए जिसमें बलात्कारियों को कैपिटल पनिशमेंट मिलना चाहिए।
Sir, Supreme Court has put a stay on this move. How do you see this?
It's a welcome that the Supreme Court has stayed the life imprisonment which was pronounced on Kuldeep Singh, and he is a perpetrator to any guilt, and now it's justice to the victim and victory of the common people. That common people rose to the occasion and they opposed the Supreme High Court judgment, and particularly when Rahul Gandhi stepped in this matter or took up this matter, things got flared up all over the country. And finally public opinion has prevailed, and nothing is above public opinion. in matter of where there is a democracy.
Today, this move has been done by Supreme Court. He has put a stay on it. How do you see this?
I only see it as a very, very small and temporary relief, which has given breathing space to someone who was this victim, who was apprehending that she and her family would be killed any day now. So it is a very, very slight temporary relief, but I would not say that this is a relief.
Do you think this is kind of a shock for Kuldeep Sengar?
No, not at all. I mean, he and his entire Indian Epstein gang had managed this show by using their overwhelming influence, which was visible in the court only. We were only one. You see how many lawyers was on that side, on the CBI side, and how many lawyers were opposing us. So this victim was actually being bombarded from both sides. So, therefore, I can only say that this is no shock. I mean, what shock can he have? He has killed her father, he's killed her family members, he's killed her lawyer, raped and gang raped. Her husband has been as recently as 2 weeks ago, or rather now 3 weeks ago, attacked. He was almost gotten killed. So what shock can he have? He's doing everything. He's organizing everything, sitting inside. You can imagine what would be the morale of his hitmen and shooters and gangsters who are out in the open attacking this poor girl even now. So there is no shock to him. I mean, this is the obvious. I mean, I don't know how it can be called any shock to him.
And now we have my colleague Sabyasachi Roy joining us for more. Sabyasachi, interim relief essentially for the survivor. Now the top court is sending a notice to the convict.
Well, that's right. See, it's a relief for the victim and her family. In fact, the counsel, Mahmood Pasha, who was representing the victim in the case, in fact, they said that definitely it's a relief for the victim and her family. But they also have labeled an allegation against the CBI and against the central government. In fact, they said that the CBI have not consulted the victim's counsel. In fact, they said that the CBI did not put out a lot of details that needs to be done in front of the Apex Court. But the Apex Court have taken into consideration where Mahmood Pasha, in fact, wanted to intervene and put out certain important details related to the case because the victim wanted a death sentence as far as convict Kuldeep Sengar is concerned, and the Supreme Court have taken into consideration, and the Supreme Court have given an assurance telling the victim that she can approach the Supreme Court without the intervention of the other courts, and she can file a separate petition in the case, and the Supreme Court will hear it. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court also has given 4 weeks time to the counsel who was representing convict Kuldeep Singh Sengar, and 4 weeks time to give a reply to the Supreme Court's order putting a stay on the High Court's decision. Meanwhile, the victim clearly stating that it is definitely a relief, but the victim and her family members still live in fear, claiming that a lot of the family members in fact have received death threats. There's a continuous threat to their life, and under these circumstances there are some certain important details that they want to put out in front of the Apex Court, and they have said that they have full faith in the judiciary, they have full faith in Supreme Court, and very soon they are going to once again file a petition in the Supreme Court separately so that they can put out more details as far as the case is concerned. Now, from CBI, it was Solicitor General Tushar Mehta who was appearing from the CBI side, and he very clearly mentioned that the victim was minor when the incident happened. The victim was 15 and 10 months year old when the incident took place. Now, there was a lot of to and fro when the hearing was going on regarding what is the definition of the public representative. Now, under these circumstances, the Chief Justice of India very categorically said that a heinous crime has been committed. Now, under these circumstances, it is not relevant whether the person who has committed the crime is a MP or is a Vidhayak. So, the Supreme Court under these circumstances decided that they are going to stay the order that has been given by the Delhi High Court. Back to you.
Sabyasachi Roy there joining us with the latest on the Unnao rape case, where the top court, Supreme Court of India today, stayed the Delhi High Court order that had suspended the sentence of former Uttar Pradesh MLA Kuldeep Singh Sengar and granted him bail in the Unnao rape case.